Wow. Hello, beautiful people. It's Renee. Man, I haven't been live in a really long time. Do you guys remember me? Yeah? No? Hey, guys. It's been a really long time since I've been live in the group. So, hey, it's me. I'm still around. What y'all doing? Can you hear me? Because I remember the last time I went live, I don't think anybody could hear me. So, hey, Barbara. So let me know if you can hear me or not. Yeah? No? Anybody gonna say anything? Well, first of all, I know how Facebook is. So if you make a comment, I might not see it until 2 weeks from now. So there is that. But if you're there, say something. I see several people watching. I can't see faces. I don't see comments, but that don't mean that they're not there. Anyway, I really didn't want anything. I was sitting here moisturizing my hair because if you saw any of my posts last week, I did a blowout. And if I'm being honest, I'm not real crazy about my hair when it's in its straightened state. It's all fun at first, you know, just to show off the length or whatever, but I really like my hair when it's curly. And so I was like, I had it up all week and I haven't really been outside, and it's not really necessary for me to go through a whole entire wash day for what I haven't been outside in the elements, so my hair hasn't been exposed to anything. And of course I always tie my hair down. I don't care what style it's in. I always tie it down with this little satin scarf, and I always put a bonnet on it, so it really hasn't been exposed to anything. So I didn't feel the need that I have to go through an entire wash day. So I just decided that I was going to take my old rusty dusty bottle with water in it and wet my hair so that it can come back to the curls. But also I wanted to show you how when we talk about elasticity, what that means. So when people talking about the elasticity in your hair, what that is the ability of your hair to go from like a stretched state, whether you've just braided it up and let it dry and stretched it out, whether you use the blow dryer to stretch it out, whether you got a silk press or any kind of way that you use to stretch your hair, you know, or to manipulate your hair. Crochet styles, weaves, braids, all that is considered manipulation. Some of the things that we do to our hair are more, how am I trying to say this? Is not as good as other things. Everything in moderation. But if your hair is able to go through all the stuff that you put it through, you know, with styling and, like I said, blow drying and flat iron and silk presses and all that stuff, if your hair is able to go through all of that, but then come back to its natural state once you add water to it, then that indicates that you have good elasticity. So I, like I said, straightened my hair, not straightened, I blowed it out last week, and I just added some water to it today to see that it would just go back to its curly state. Now, I didn't just add water. I added water at first, and then I used some of my my Quench just to add a little bit extra moisture to it. And so I thought I would just turn the camera on and show you guys how I did it if you're interested. So obviously I have shrinkage. This is still wet. Of course, this is not. So when your hair, obviously, when it's in its curly state, it appears shorter, much shorter than it does when it's straightened. A lot of us like to wear our hair straightened because we like to show our length. I don't particularly care about length as much as I care about fullness, so I prefer my hair in the shrunken state. But I'm just going to show you how, just like mere water, let me move this out of the way. I think I'll just put this in a big twist. How mere water can take your hair from this just to back to your curls. And yeah, so I'm gonna get this twist out of the way and just clip that up. And then I'm gonna section this. Whew. See, my hair is really dry, and when I say it's dry, I mean there is absolutely no moisture in it right now. Nothing. It's just completely dry. Because even though when I did it, I shampooed and deep conditioned and moisturized, but when I put the blow dryer to it, the heat took all the moisture out, so I absolutely don't have anything on my hair right now. And I'm wondering, should I do this one big piece, or should I split this in two? I think I'll split this in two and move that one over there somewhere. So we talk about having sufficient amount of hydration in your hair. And to me, in my opinion, in my humble opinion, the way or the key to having healthy hair is to have your hair reach a certain or a sufficient level of hydration, right? And so you will hear us say in the group, I'm sure you've heard a million people say that the best form of moisture for your hair is water. So water is the key to it all, having enough water. Someone posted today about wanting to do a wash and go, and they wanted some tips. And I pulled up in the group a video that Rhonda had done and that Katrina had done, and we would teach you that water is the basis for everything, that your hair has to be soaking wet. And Rhonda does her wash and go with her hair really wet, and she put her products on, and there's this thing that we call the squish. So to determine whether your hair is sufficiently hydrated with your product is to like marry the water and your product together, and you would squeeze your hair and it would make a squishing sound. But anyway, I'm getting all off track. Anyway, so I'm just going to take my water. Ooh. That's another reason why I don't like wear my hair down, because I don't like eating hair. It takes longer for my hair to get saturated with the mister, because of course the water comes out as a mister. Typically I stand in the shower and just let my hair get drenched, but obviously I'm not in the shower. And a water bottle with the regular spray nozzle is quicker, but I love my mister. So I'm just gonna take this and just spray my hair. And you'll see how happy my hair becomes when it has some water. Hey, Star. How happy my hair becomes once it gets some water. You probably can see the water droplets on the top of it. That's because it hasn't penetrated into my hair yet. It's just literally just sitting on the top. So I'm going to take it and smooth the water across it so that it can get all the way through. I'm going to even open it up so I can get some down in the roots. I'm going to take my fingers. I'm going to massage that water through there, right? Can't forget those ends, right? So you'll see that as the wetter my hair gets, without product, of course, these are just product free, you'll see it's starting to revert back to the curly state. So when we say once your hair reaches a certain level of hydration, your curls will be revealed, will start to be revealed with very little product or sometimes no product, because as you can see, I have no product on my hair. It's just water. I got to massage it in because those roots kind of thirsty, bone dry. Like my hair's literally was bone dry. And you can see it starting to revert. Like she is absolutely happy that she's getting some water. And I'm not saying that, you know, stretch styles or straight styles, that you shouldn't do it, because I believe everything in moderation. Like you can straighten your hair, you can do a silk press. I wouldn't do a silk press on my own hair, and because I don't necessarily like my hair in its straightened state, I wouldn't do a silk press. But there are a ton of natural women who go from straight to curly hair often. They just do it in a healthy way. And so there's a way to do everything in a healthy way. But yeah, so it went from, where's that piece that I had? Is this it? No, I can't find it. I got all these clips. Hold tight. It's this one. So it went from this to this. And that's that shrinkage we're always complaining about, because, you know, you want to rock your length. And as soon as you get your hair wet, it goes back to the short curls. But that's just how I like it. And so also that is that elasticity. So the fact that I was able to just add water to my hair to make it go back to its natural state means that I have good elasticity and that there's no damage. Sometimes you can get heat damage from like silk presses. You can get damage from tension styles being pulled too tight. You can get damage all types of ways. But when you're able to wet your hair and it goes back to its natural state, then that's an indication that you have good elasticity and your hair is in a healthy place. So that's just with the water. And now, hey Erica, and now I want to just add some Quench. About that much. It really don't, whoever's using Quench, like it don't take a lot. That's probably too much, but I'm just gonna take it and rub it in my hands. Then I'm gonna rub that across my hair and then rake it through. Wow, it just started storming here. And that's it. Like, she is so happy. When I say she, I mean Charisma. Most of you know I got, my hair has a name. It's Charisma. I think that if you name your hair, you give it a name, then you take better care of it. You know, like your children. What if you had a baby and you just never named your baby? You just called your baby baby. You know? Charisma is my baby. I named her, so I want to take good care of her. But, you know, that's me. I'm kind of crazy. So, yeah. That's that. And then I'll just do that. Lord have mercy. This looks like it's going to have to be in 2 pieces. I'll do that all over. Typically, I wouldn't skip a wash day. Like, I'm kind of strict, I guess, or disciplined. Maybe discipline is a better word than strict. With my wash day, I usually do it like every 7 days, you know, on a Saturday or a Sunday. Although since we've been in quarantine, I've been doing it whenever I feel like it, because, like, where I gotta go? Nowhere. So, with just water, it's gonna start to draw up. I don't know whether you can see the curls starting to come back. It's in my eye, so I can't. I guess, yeah, you can see the curls starting to come, excuse me, starting to come back. I mean, like, my hair is bone dry. I'm going to open up this so I can get some down in the roots. And I massage that through. Just like I'm massaging this water through to my scalp. I do that when I apply product. When I apply my deep conditioner, when I apply my leave-in conditioner, I do that because I want for all of my hair to be healthy and hydrated. See? It's drawing back up. It will not be this long once those curls draw up some more. But while it's wet, I'm going to take a little bit of Quench. Rub it in my hands. I'm going to rub it across. And then I'm going to rake my fingers through it. I got these little short pieces right here. These little short pieces right here. The roots are still kind of dry. See how this came off from that dry, brittle hair? I'm gonna put some more water here. And there you go. I'm gonna tuck this one away because, you know, I work better in sections. But really, that's all I want. It's like I haven't been live in the group. I've been so super busy. Like I have a full-time job, you know, a 9-to-5, Monday through Friday job. And then I have my Coco Bella business that I spend all of my extra time on. So I try to get in the group as often as I can with posts and all that stuff, but I haven't gone live. We have a lot of new members, so if you're on here and you've never met me, we've never interacted, I'm Renae Williams. I am the founder of this group, Naturals by Design. Myself and 5 other beautiful women manage the page. They are Rhonda Purifoy, Katrina Michelle Mitchell, Nika Davis, Tracy Desiree, and Felicia Swift. So I'm pretty sure you've probably seen all those women on the page. But we have been, Naturals by Design was formed in 2016. So what is this, 4 years that we've been in here as a support to each other and you for women who are on their natural hair journey, straddling the fence on whether or not they want to go natural. They got locks. I mean, you got sister locks. We are an all-inclusive group. We don't do drama, but you know. So yeah. So if you're new to the group and you ain't never heard of us, hey y'all, hey girl, hey, yeah. Welcome to Naturals by Design. You got questions, we got answers. If we don't have answers, we'll get them. This part back here is so thick. This is my favorite part of my hair. This right here, this section right here, well, the back section, it's more dense than the rest. Like the front of my hair, I think because maybe I manipulated so much, I don't know. The front of my hair is much thinner, but if all of my hair all over my head was as dense as this, I would be in love with it. I would rock my fro standing this tall. Like, man, it would be amazing if all of my hair was this thick. So yeah, the back is my favorite. You see how I keep trying to keep spraying it? It's so dry from not having any water on it all week long. None, nada, nix. So I really gotta work. If I was in the shower, it wouldn't take this long because I would just stand under the stream of the water and my hair would eventually absorb the water. Although I do have low porosity hair, which means that my hair does require some effort to receive water or receive moisture, and also to retain it. So there's that. Is it coming back yet, y'all? So see, it's coming back. The curls are coming back. The curls are coming back. Someone just asked me what hair type. They sent me a picture and they wanted to know what their hair type was. And if you've known me for any length of time or conversed with me or seen any of my posts, then you probably already know that I don't personally subscribe to the number and letter hair typing charts. I just, in my own opinion, I just think that that's just another way to cause division amongst the natural hair community. And I understand that, you know, some years ago, Oprah Winfrey's stylist came up with the hair typing charts for whatever reason. But I just think that people are so sold into it that they can't think about anything. Romeo, what do you got? Come here. What do you have? They can't think about anything else. And like if you say that you have 3A hair, people think, oh, well, she's got good hair. If you say you got 4C hair, they think that's bad hair. And I don't believe any of that. I don't associate the number and letter hair typing charts with good or bad hair. It's just an indicator of how to take care of your hair. I believe more in hair porosity. Like I just mentioned that I have low porosity hair, and density. That'll help you find the right products. And I'm not necessarily saying the brand of products like Shea Moisture or Cantu. I mean the type of products, whether that be like heavy creams or light creams or heavy oils or light oils. I think those are the most important things that you need to learn, and not necessarily hair type. Because just because someone has 4C hair and you relate to 4C hair doesn't necessarily mean your hair is going to do exactly what their hair is going to do, and vice versa. So I try to teach not to get so hung up on the category. It's really an irritant for me. I guess you guys can probably tell. And I'm not trying to judge people that do. Use it for whatever it is that you need it for. But personally, when someone asks me what type hair they have, boo, I don't know, because I don't follow those charts. And I've seen the charts, and I'm all over the spectrum. If I'm being honest, I'm all over the spectrum as far as hair typing is concerned. But I don't find that to be you know, beneficial for me. So don't get hung up on that. So yeah, there's that. Anyway, I didn't really want anything. I wanted to welcome the new members. I wanted to just turn the camera on because I haven't been on here in forever in the group, and so I wanted to do that. Obviously, I didn't tag anybody because, you know, I'm just sitting here and I'm like, yeah, maybe I should turn the camera on. You ain't been in the group in a while, Renae, so maybe you should. And so, yeah, that's what I did. Whew. She was tangled. Ow. She was tangled, y'all. She was very tangled, especially the ends. Oh, but I cut it too, so if y'all can see, my ends are like real blunt, because I cut it when I did it last week. I cut about 2 inches off of it. So yeah, and talking about ends, like trying to hang on to your ends because you want to show your length may not be the best thing, because if you got dead ragged ends, that's not real length. That's damage. So if you cut your own, or if you go get it professionally done, and there's not a real schedule that you do, you got to know your own hair. I know when my ends need to be trimmed, so I do it. So like right now, I can't even marry the two ends together because it's so bluntly cut because I cut them. So yeah, taking care of natural hair can be frustrating. I never tell anybody that it's so easy because it's not always easy. It's always worth it for me, but just establishing a good solid hair care regimen, and you don't gotta do a whole lot. You just got to be consistent with what you do. And I believe like less is best, and that's a lot coming from me because I used to take my regimen used to consist of like doing 7 things in one day. So my wash day was literally a wash day and not just, you know, an hour or 2. But as I think that as long as you cleanse your hair, whether that be with shampoo or a cleansing clay mask, or they have those cleansing soaps for your hair. As long as you get your hair clean, your hair and your scalp clean on a regular basis, and as long as you condition and deep condition and keep it moisturized, I think that you're good. All the other stuff, I mean, you can do extra stuff like every once in a while you can do an ACV rinse, which I do that. That kind of helps with bacteria on your scalp or whatever every once in a while, but not every wash day. So cleanse your hair, condition your hair, and style it. If you do that consistently, and just remember that oil is not a moisturizer. Oil is not a moisturizer. Oil is a sealant. Water or water-based products are moisturizers. So if you wet your hair and you want to seal the moisture in using a cream and an oil, you can do that. But when you say my hair, I don't know why my hair is still dry, I oil my scalp. But if you're putting oil on dry hair, you're essentially sealing in dry hair. That's not giving your hair any moisture. So water and water-based products are very important. And if you're a product whore or ingredient whore, because I kind of am. I'm not a snob. I'm not a Nazi. I don't dictate to other people what they should use. I'm just careful about what I use in my hair. So I try to stay away from things that have parabens and silicones and sulfates and all that stuff. But everything in moderation. So if you use a product that has those things, it's cool as long as you're cleansing your hair often so that it doesn't get built up. So yeah, that's my little tidbit, y'all. That's my tidbit. Whew. It'll probably definitely it'll be next year before I blow my hair out again, because I don't really like it. I don't really like it. See how I'm massaging that water down to the scalp? If you want curls from roots to tips, and by curls, I don't mean that everybody's going to have the same kind of curls. You cannot expect your hair to do what the next person does. And if that is your goal, to have your hair do what somebody else's hair does, you're going to spend a lot of time being frustrated about it, because everybody's hair is different. Everybody's hair is different. So don't have the mindset that you think that if a person's hair is curly, that means that's the standard of natural hair, because there are people who have undefined hair that is beautiful, which is what I wish I had. Like I told you, I would wear a fro this big. But there are people who have really defined. There's people who have waves. So there's a whole lot of difference. So curly hair is not the standard. And so, but when I say curls, I mean whatever it is that your hair does, whether it's a curl, whether it's a kink, whether it's a a crimp, whatever. So curl is just like an adjective, but it's all encompassing. Whatever it is that your hair does, just fall in love with that. Because like I said, if you spend all of your time chasing what someone else has, you'll be in a perpetual state of frustration, and you'll be wanting to go back to a relaxer. I thought that when I first went natural, I thought that product was what gave everybody the looks that they had. And so if I saw someone and they had an attractive style, I want to know, what product did you use? And they would tell me, and I would get that product, and my hair wouldn't do what their hair did, and I was disappointed. And I was like, and that went on for a while. So when people ask me, hey, what product did you use to get your hair to do that? Now, I don't mind sharing what my product choice is, but I also want to give a backstory. Like, you've got to make sure that your hair is cleansed and that is conditioned. You can't just grab a product off a shelf and put it on your hair and bam, that solves every hair issue you ever had. Because product choice, although it is important, it's not everything. It's not everything. You've got to start with a clean slate, and that's why I preach the cleanse, condition, moisturize, and style. Once your hair reaches a sufficient amount of hydration, you will find that it will cooperate much better with all the styles that you want to wear, you know. And you may not be one of the naturals who are looking for defined curls, because everybody don't want defined curls. Some people just want big hair, and that's okay. So determine what it is that you want. There is no rules when it comes to natural hair. No style is better than the other one. The best style is what you're rocking. Whatever it is that you chose to. Oh, why am I putting this in all these? Now I got this on one because I'm running my mouth, Renae. That's why. So, yeah. Everybody don't want defined curls. Everybody's not going to have defined curls. Some people are going to have big waves. Some people are going to have just kinks or coils, and that's okay. It's all beautiful. It's all beautiful. Like, the magic that our hair can do, the fact that you can go from, like I was just saying, a silk press which your hair is bone straight and you add some water to and then it curls back up, like, that's magic. The fact that you can have straight hair and put a 2-strand twist in it and all of a sudden you got these big, that's magic to me. The fact that you can have straight hair and wet it and you have this awesome afro, it's all magical to me. I get so excited when I see all the different things that our hair can do, because, like, it's really magic. Like, it's, to me. But I'm different. I'm a little strange. So, but yeah, so there's that. I done ran my mouth, said how I felt, visited in the group, because I ain't did that in a while. And yeah, so that's it. I don't know whether any questions came through. I don't know whether any comments came through, because I don't think Facebook knows me anymore, because they've been like, Renae, you ain't really been in this group for a while. Put some water on my scalp. You ain't been in here a while. These people don't know who you are. But that's it. I'm back to the curls, y'all. And y'all know I'm going to go back to my 2-strand twist, because that's where I feel most comfortable. And because I'm a creature of habit. Every once in a while, I try something different. But for the most part, I always come back home. Like the prodigal child. So anyway, there's that. I hope you guys have an amazing day on purpose. And try to be more than just a pretty face with curly hair. Smooches. Mwah.